On your marks, get set, bake.
I love that. Really like.
That is delicious.
Bakers, your time is up.
Welcome back to the Tent. It's Krème Patisserie. It's a Great British Bake Off podcast. I'm your host, the Internet, Sarah 713, joined by my other host, the Internet's Nick Jew.
Basketball, the MNBA is that.
The MNBA, which I find to be hilarious, but some people not so much.
And that's why it's funny to me. So I'm always going to say it that way.
But we're not alone this week. Of course, we had to make sure we had the homie come through this season at some point, and I felt like this week was the right week. It's the big homie Brad Gessner of the Great American Baking Show. If you don't know, now you do if you're new to the business. Brad, thanks so much for joining us back in the tent. How goes it, kind sir?
Oh, it's going great. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, you know I love it. Had to happen. So
we get any closer to that wedding cake?
No.
Okay.
Love her to death. No. Get some other cake. I'll talk you around her birthday. That's in January.
Okay.
Maybe we can see something going on there. Just to get a cake.
We can do that.
A cake necessary.
I mean, whatever. I said what I said, and Brad heard me.
It is Meringue Week, the first ever Meringue Week. A good time was had in the tent this go round, y'all. I was very, very impressed by what people presented this week. Was pretty impressed by how they laid the episode out. And so I think a lot of fun was had this go around, and was very sad to say goodbye to a particular baker. We'll get there when we get there. Our remaining bakers in the tent are as follows. It's Aaron, Ian, Jasmine, Leslie, Toby, and Tom. And when it starts getting tight like this, because next week's quarterfinals, it's a much easier bit of notes to write. But if you're new here, every week we do a little news article. It's almost always baking related, sometimes bake off related, but in this case, just baking related. But this story, I know Brad will have some input and discussion on. I'm excited to have him here for it. So let me click over here so I can hit my little video package for our new segment, Bakers Make the World Go Round. Bakers make the world go round. If I could have that fade out just as it goes out, if I could do it manually in post, but I mean, if I could do it right here, I'd be so much happier. But alas, what is one to do? This is from the I gotta grab this. Hold on here. I gotta grab this whole screen and throw it over here so I can read it to you without it. So
you can be on camera.
Exactly.
Did you say Pittsburgh?
Of course, it's from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
I know what you're talking about.
Bakers aim for another Guinness World Record for largest Christmas cookie exchange.
And guess who's baking for it?
Oh, trust me. Yeah. Again, I had this article a couple of weeks back, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a Brad article. I got to save this bad boy. Laura Magoni loves Magone, thank you so much. Loves a challenge almost as much as she loves the Western Pennsylvania tradition of the wedding cookie table. Now, I didn't know about the wedding cookie table until Brad put me onto it, and I've been seeing it pop up places, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what that is. That's a Pennsylvania tradition that's kind of eked on over to Ohio, and it's slowly but surely making its way northeast.
No. Youngstown had it, And
You
then
had it guys
Pittsburgh
first?
took it from us. So we
okay.
we let them act like it was theirs, but it's actually Youngstown's.
Fair enough. That's Youngstown, Ohio's wedding cookie table. It's a big deal, y'all. Y'all need to be aware of it. As the organizer and biggest cheerleader of the wedding cookie table community on Facebook, the Monongahela, woof. It's a part of Pittsburgh, y'all. You got to know. Has helped set up dozens of fundraisers for community organizations and individuals in need of comfort since starting the group in 2015. The bigger the effort, the sweeter the results for the documentary filmmaker and historian. Over the years, group members have prepared cookie tables for Pittsburgh Police Zone 4 to show gratitude for first responders after the Tree of Life shooting at Squirrel Hill in 2018, shipped cookies in those impacted by the 2022 school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, assembled a cookie table for the 20th anniversary of the United Airlines Flight 93 tragedy in Shanksville, Somerset County, and baked cookies for fundraising events supporting nonprofits like Metaviver, which funds metastatic breast cancer research. The group, which has grown from a few hundred members when it started a decade ago to more than 381,000 worldwide today, broke the Guinness World Record for the largest cookie table in 2019, staged on the last day of a 4-day celebration of Monongahela's 250th birthday. Is that one of the rivers? That's one of the 3 rivers, right?
Yes.
Monongahela. Okay. Yeah, I know that word.
Monongahela, and the Ohio.
Hela, yeah. The effort involved 400 amateur and professional bakers and a total of 88,425 homemade cookies displayed on one contiguous snaking table. Say it again, Magone?
Monongahela. Oh, Magone.
No.
Yes.
Magone.
Laura
Okay.
Magone.
Laura Magone. Magone has organized 7 sold-out cookie table university events for bakers at the Doubletree Hilton, Pittsburgh, Meadowlands and Hilton Garden in South Point and Cannonsburg, featuring demos, cookie-focused vendors, and, of course, giant cookie tables. We've had some terrific milestones and some worthwhile projects, she says, including an appearance with cookies on the Today Show last year, and it just keeps growing. There's such enthusiasm for cookie making among members that she's pretty sure her latest endeavor will also be a runaway hit. On November 30th, the cookie group will attempt to break the Guinness record for the world's largest Christmas cookie exchange. The event will take place at Kringle's Kitchen at Washington County Fairgrounds, and there is no charge to participate. Magone came up with the idea earlier this year after a group in another part of the country with just a couple of hundred people claimed they were going to break the record. And I thought, we could do better than that, she said. It's kind of got my competitive juices up a bit. She put out the word a couple of weeks ago, and the idea went viral. On October 1st, Magone guessed it had something to do with Facebook's algorithms, and within a few days, more than 1,000 people had joined the group. She set up on the social media platforms to facilitate the exchange. What will make the exchange different from others, she said? It's WCTC's effort will go national and maybe even worldwide. We have members from all over the country who want to get involved. Magone says she also bakes in Canada and also bakers in Canada and Belgium. There's a bit more to that article. It's a little lengthy. Don't worry. It'll be in your show notes so you can read the rest of it. But Brad, I so knew you were going to be involved with that because of course you would. So tell me your take on it and what you think about it.
So what we have is Stacy Adgers, a friend of mine here in Youngstown. She's a great baker. So Stacy has a group of 10 of us. And we're baking. We each have to make 12 dozen cookies. Woo! Now, between the 10 of us, we get to share a dozen of each other's cookies. And then 2 dozen of our cookies go to the cookie table that day. And we'll also have a display. And we're talking about doing something like with the Youngstown, the steel mills, and having a little conveyor belt off and talk about the tough cities that last and things like that, doing our heritage and everything. And we'll get over there and we'll have enough people there also to participate over in Pennsylvania. It's great. You go to these different events that Laura sponsors. That's where I won my Askerstrom mixer last year.
Yeah.
And I'll be making spumoni biscotti for this cookie table. So it's chocolate, pistachio, and cherry in one little cookie.
Ooh, fancy pants. You can check you out. Apparently, y'all guys are serious about your cookie tables. I absolutely love it, man. What have you been working on? I know you get out there and you do the what is it? The farmers market or the
it's called the Youngstown Flea.
Yeah.
So Derek McDowell bought this 1880 steel mill that closed in Youngstown and converted it into this vendor market that he's very selective in who he allows come in and that. And right now he's got a $2.1 million grant to go through, take all the asbestos out. I mean, you go into this hall and they're 14-ton cranes over your head that were used for steel production 100 and some years ago.
Yeah. And
he's taken this and he wants to convert it down the road, almost like a West Side Market, but for the Youngstown area. Okay. So I do the Youngstown Flea. It's called the Youngstown Flea. And then we have our Penguin City Brewing Company, which is another old steel mill across the street. And we do a vendor show there once a month, the night market.
Okay. Love that. Oh, heck yeah, people. If you get the opportunity, I'm telling you, head on down, southeast of Cleveland, if you will, and go get your Youngstown Flea on. At this point, I mean, you're a professional baker because you get paid to bake. So
that's the definition.
I don't think I can call you an amateur baker anymore, kind sir. I think you are it at this point. You are.
I just bake a lot. I think that's what it
is. Well, certainly glad to hear that, and glad to know as well. I was talking to Mackenzie a couple weeks back, and she's like, "Next time I come up there, I'm gonna have to hang out with you and Brad." I'm like, "All right, we'll figure it out. We'll make it happen." So I had to chuckle at that.
Was it Crowley's or Growley's across from the Christmas tree house or the Christmas Christmas story house?
Yeah.
That's where we took Mackenzie when she came in town to get her that Cleveland flavor.
Very good. Very good. My barber's over there. Well, it's not my barber. I no longer go visit that man. I'm a very bald man at this point, but my child goes and sees that barber. So he's over in that general Tremont area.
Please put that on the list for my next Cleveland visit. I don't know why it didn't connect to me that the house was in Cleveland. The story takes place in Cleveland, doesn't it?
It does. A chunk of it was shot here and the rest in Toronto. But if you see where they shot in Toronto, it looked just like Cleveland because that's who the author that's what the author was going for. So it's very cool. All right, y'all. Let's get to the business of show business here. And actually, it's not even for me to say; it's for Nick to say. Set me up, Nick.
Yes, the signature challenge is the judges would like them to make 12 mini meringue pies. Their pies should be made with a buttery short crust pastry with a tasty filling and an exquisite meringue topping. They have 2 hours.
I would very narrowly call this the perfect signature challenge because it was challenging in all the right ways. What the bakers ended up presenting to the judges was almost perfect from everybody, which is a rare happenstance. But I guess when you get this far into a season, it kind of everybody should be kind of hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah.
And I was just interested in everything, and I think I would have had a bite of just about everybody's work, what they brought to the table, which is not often. So I really am excited to discuss this, and so let's run down the line here. Because it's meringue week, guess what? There's all types of meringues to be discussed. So I guess I'm going to give you just a quick little. Here's the deal: French meringues are made by whipping egg whites, adding sugar, and then whipping again. Okay. Swiss meringues are made by whipping egg whites and sugar together in a bowl over a pot of boiling water, a little bain marie kind of situation got going there until the sugar dissolves and then whipped again. Italian meringues are made by pouring a warm sugar water mixture, so a sugar syrup, into the egg whites while whipping. So you don't have to whip them again. So these are your various meringues that we are working with this week. And so when I tell you somebody made this type of meringue, now you know what was going on there. Jasmine's up first. She's going for a raspberry and passion fruit meringue. Sweet short crust pastry will be filled with passion fruit curd and fresh raspberries with the aforementioned Swiss meringue. I like your idea, but I mean, she kind of likes it. She kind of has this on lock. At this point, Jasmine is like, I'm going to do this, and she does it, and there you have it. So it's kind of like, okay.
The fresh raspberry was an interesting choice, but then like when you think about it, like you said, either you got to do it freeze dried or some sort of like puree. And this was a nice, if you want a fresh tasting raspberry, that's how you do it.
Leslie's going for lemon and raspberry meringue pies, sweet short crust pastry filled with raspberry gel, topped with lemon curd and edible flowers, and she's going with an Italian meringue for hers. Ian is going for lucky rhubarb meringue pies, pâte à sucre filled with almond frangipane, topped with vanilla Italian meringue, fresh rhubarb, and blackberries with a rhubarb compote kind of throughout it. Pâte à sucre is a classic French sweet crust pastry, short crust pastry. It translates to sweet dough. If you didn't know that, now you do. It's like, I feel like that's one of the obvious ones. Like sucre just feels like
sugar,
sucralose almost, if you will. So sugar, yeah. And pâte is, of course, crust. Anyway, rich, buttery with a delicate crumbly texture. It's most often used as a base for sweet tarts and pastries. It has a sturdier, more cookie-like consistency than flaky. So your short crust is either going to be flaky or a little crumbly, and I kind of dig that he went with a different one. When you put those rings in there, who was it last year that made rings? And they didn't put pie weights in, and so the ring kind of fell over on itself.
Oh, I don't remember.
And when I saw those rings, I was really like, oh God. I was like, but he did it right. He baked them he as he should. And I was like, all right, that kind of worked out. Because they filled them. You know what I'm saying? He got because it's a frangipane, so it all kind of worked out for him in that regard. Tom's making rhubarb and strawberry meringue pies. Short crust pastry going to be filled with rhubarb and strawberry curd, topped with a ginger flavored Swiss meringue that will be torched after it's piped onto the tarts. And as he's making this and the judges are hanging out with him, we learned that Prue does not get down with torched meringue, and that will come back later.
She doesn't like the texture of it. And at that point, I probably would have just changed my whole bake.
I don't know, because you know what it is when you change it the last second, it'll get you kicked out the tent.
Or at least make sure I really torched them very well.
Yeah, I don't think she. Yeah. Aaron is going for an almost Mont Blanc meringue pie. It's a chestnut flour short crust pastry filled with black currant compote. Did you know black currant is one word all the way across? There's no black space currant. Black currant. Word doesn't even give me a little squiggly line underneath it. That is how that is spelled. It's a black currant compote and cremole topped with chestnut cream filling and yuzu and black currant meringue. A Mont Blanc or Mont Blanc au marron, sorry, my French ain't great, is a dessert of sweetened chestnut puree in the form of vermicelli. You got to see it. I'm about to show it to you.
Like a noodle?
Yes. Shaped the top with whipped cream. It was created in the 19th century Paris. The name comes from Mont Blanc as the mountain blank, the white mountain, as the dish resembles a snow-capped mountain. Give me just a moment, y'all.
God, I love the French.
They are so something. When I show you this, you're either gonna be like impressed or grossed out. There probably won't be a middle. It don't look good. Which is why I'm happy Aaron did what he did to it, because it's a much better kind of situation.
Oh no.
Because it does look like noodles.
Oh no.
Not puree. But a Mont Blanc would be the noodles kind of surrounding it, and then the middle would be filled with cream, so like a mountain situation there.
Yeah, that looks better.
Oh no. Oh no. No. That shit looks like ramen. Okay, now that's interesting.
Yeah, because you kind of made it look like ramen in this case.
Yeah, it's like an illusion cake. Yeah. That's not bad either.
Yeah. So there's some ways to make a Mont Blanc, do some Mont Blanc. But
you have a comment in the chat about the ramen cake.
Tastes better than it looks so long as you like chestnut. And that's the thing. So I wonder, I think I've only ever had chestnuts. Christmas time, you cracking nuts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know if I've had enough.
Yeah, I don't know what chestnut tastes like. I can't recall it.
Yeah, so I need to figure that out if I want my dessert to be chestnutty or not, but mayhaps. I'll not knock it. And also, he didn't make it look like that, so I was good to go. Man, Aaron knew what he was doing. He's like, "Nah, don't worry about all of that." Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I scrolled my notes. I have to roll back up. There we go. Toby is bringing up the rear here. He's going for an apple lattice meringue pie, short crust filled with apple, candied walnuts, and vanilla custard with meringue piped on top to resemble a pie lattice, then torched to give it a baked dough appearance. When we get there, I'm going to show it to you. We're going to get there. Let's go ahead and judge their output. Tom's up first. Neat as a pin.
I said it before they said it. As soon as the camera hit it, I was like, oh, neat as a pin.
Of course, Paul's like, I would have liked to have had more color on the meringue. Prue, of course, is not a fan of sticky meringue, and they cut into it with the fork, and she literally gets squicked out. Like, yeah, it's like, okay, Prue, I fully get it.
That
to have Prue
well
use the word
you.
disgusting is rare.
Yeah.
Because I don't like wet desserts. Like I said, fully understand what was going through that woman's mind and the way it felt going up her neck. The meringue has a lovely flavor, she says, but disgusting texture. I have never heard someone has something in the tent be described so poorly. They'll say, I'm not a fan of it. They'll say, I don't like that flavor, blah, blah, blah. She straight up said disgusting, which made Paul's face scrunch.
Did they call it gluey?
No, that's somebody else.
That's coming up.
Okay.
The tartness from the filling is nice. The overall flavor balances well, and the strawberry comes through. Not overly sweet. Overall, it's lovely.
He just needs to hit it just a little more with that torch.
Yes, it really is. And we're I don't have a torch in my kitchen.
Same.
And maybe someday I will. I don't really have a need for it, but it's like, in theory, they're kind of torch rookies, So you got to get there. He'll get there. Leslie's up next. Pastry looks pale, but the lemon curd is delicious, but too thick, gloopy, and a bit gluey. You're right there, Nick.
Gloopy and gluey.
Yeah. The meringue is lovely and set well. It cuts well. The flavor of all three balances well, but the pastry is overworked and underbaked. They were gorgeous to look at, though, y'all. But they were noticeably paler in their little complexion on the bake. So I get it, and you can see it off the rip. Like, they need a little longer, and that is the story of Leslie all this episode. Just a little longer to bake. Just a little longer. Jasmine's up next. Right off the rip, Paul likes them. They look beautiful, nice and crisp pastry that holds together well. Prue takes a bite and then exclaims, "Absolutely perfect." Mm-hmm. Crisp pastry, strong passion fruit flavor, a bit of the raspberry and a creamy meringue, really good. As for Paul, really well baked. The passion fruit is nice and sharp, balancing with the raspberries and the sweetness of the meringue. So Paul reaches to give her a handshake, and then remembers early in the episode he said no more handshakes and no more star bakers for Jasmine. But then he gives her the left hand, which we all are like, what's going on there?
I mean, just don't do it. Just don't do it or do it.
Yeah. Don't play the middle.
Right.
Yeah. If you recall, last week or the week before, we went through GBBO data on Instagram, and what that person who runs that account did was have people. He put out a poll and had people vote. Does the left-handed handshake count? And enough people said yes, 60%. If you're wondering the numbers, that he was like, all right, we're gonna count, or they. I don't know who runs that account. So he or that, he, she, them, or they was like, okay, we'll count that for now. And I'm like, I don't think it should count. Yes, it's a handshake, and it's all to the good. Aaron looks interesting. The blowtorching is all over the place. Again, these are rookie blowtorches, so I promise you, I think a couple of tries at it, they'd be fine. But beautiful. The sharpness of the yuzu marries well with the sweetness of the cream and the compote, and the pastry is fantastic. Prue would have enjoyed more chestnut cream, but does get down with the overall bake. And if she saw it in a patisserie, she would want to buy one. Mm-hmm. Well done. Ian, love the look of them. Very complicated, but absolutely beautiful, as everything goes together really well. Just lovely. Paul likes the tartness coming from the frangipane and thinks it's baked beautifully. Paul also gets the tartness from the rhubarb, but not necessarily the flavor. But overall, it's a decent bake. Now, does he want the rhubarb flavor? Because Allison seemed to be like, rhubarb is not doing for her.
Right.
But you get the tartness, so that's there. Maybe just leave it there, Paul.
And frangipane is almond?
Yeah.
Just
I'm
a
trying
sweet
to imagine.
almond.
I'm trying to imagine rhubarb and almond.
I don't know what rhubarb tastes like, so
Okay, rhubarb is like a sour cherry,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit bitter along the way. If you can get past the green color on most of it, it's good.
It's better with strawberry.
it
for
looks
sure.
like celery. So can
Yes.
I just gnaw on some rhubarb?
You
I think
can,
you
but
can.
you'd like some dip it in sugar first.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find some rhubarb. It's probably rhubarb
Wait
season,
till
right?
spring.
Oh, no,
Spring.
it's spring. Okay. Very good.
I got a plant outside.
Oh, fair.
Oh,
fair. All right, y'all. Toby's bringing up the rear here, and I need y'all to know that Toby whipped up some magic.
Let me tell you something. Oh my God. Toby has arrived.
Has to be seen to be believed, and if it has to be seen, I have to show it to you.
When he was dyeing the meringue, I was like, this is either going to be incredible or it's going to look like doo-doo.
Look at this, y'all.
Crazy.
Look at these. You would not believe that is meringue on top of that. Torched
That's
meringue,
crazy.
in fact, that looks exactly like a baked lettuce. It's insane how good it is.
It's so good.
How deep the crust was, too.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
It's just, come on. Prue finds them lovely. Paul thinks it's very clever to make little apple pies. This is before anybody's tasting anything. They're just them staring at it, right? Prue gets a bite, lovely, sharp. The patient is delicious, and Prue likes the meringue. And Paul just reaches out with his hand. Immediately just shakes his hand.
Mhm.
Didn't even say a word about what it tasted like, what he thought about it. It was just like, what? And I got to shake your hand on this one. He then goes on to say, of course, it's the tartness of the apple, the texture, the meringue, which isn't overly sweet. It's delicious. And Paul said he's never seen anything like it before. And of course, that's handshake worthy.
Yeah.
So got to give it up to my man, Toby. Toby, he was so red after he got his little handshake. I think he was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he got over the sweet. And I feel like that gets you like, you could be in the final.
Yeah.
It's that kind of energy that gives you at this point.
There's a running joke on Aaron's Instagram of like how everyone of his friends is getting handshakes except for him.
I'm telling you, man, he just lacks a little panache that everybody else seems to come through with. He'll miss it by the smallest of margins. Like last week was the week before when they made the coffee cups.
His was perfect.
Slightly the mousse was just slightly thinner than
But to
desired.
me it always feels like a preference thing. It doesn't ever feel like a knock on his technical skill. It's always like a preference thing.
But then you jump over to Tom, who did just a little extra of a perfect bake, perfect mousse, and he did a little sprinkling on top of it, so it made it look like a coffee art.
Yes, that was dope, but I liked Aaron's cups better. Like the combination of the two of them, like if Aaron had done that sprinkle art thing, like, yeah, but I see what you're saying, but it's all, to me, it's like, it's not a skill issue.
No, like I said, I think I just want him to, I literally beg of him, just a little tiny, just that little bit more. He's so close every time, just requires a little more zhuzh. And I'm telling you, when he get it, he gonna get it, and that's gonna be great. You can make French, oh, here, check that out, Nick. Apparently, you can make with any nut or some seeds. I don't know if I want all that, but traditional frangipane, I believe, is almonds. And if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. But that was this week's signature, a really great signature. I highly recommend, if you have not checked it out, to go ahead and check it out. Real fun.
Everyone's looked so good.
Yeah. It was a very good, real keen get a set of bakers this go around, y'all. Mm-hmm. So get down. Nick, set me up.
Technical challenge this week is set by Paul. His advice to them is they get one shot at this. So the technical challenge has staggered start time and staggered finish time, and it is 4 perfectly risen souffles. The souffles need to be made with a raspberry Italian meringue served alongside a leaf-shaped tuile. They have 1 hour.
love a staggered start. Love a little tweak to technical here and there. Technical is, it's not that it's boring in any way, shape, or form. I love a technical because it's always so fun to see what they bring, underneath the old gingham there. But a staggered start time just adds a little more something to it. And I'm like, this is gonna be fun. Plus, they're gonna eat it fresh, so it's not gonna have to sit around and wait for the judges to come around. They're gonna get that bad boy quite literally piping hot. So that's kind of good and something I enjoy about it. So. Up first, you know what it is. It's technical, so I can't really tell you much about it. They do it. They do it at a staggered start time, and we're going to judge it. So let's start with judging it. Ian's up first. Good height, but very sweet. In fact, too sweet. Why is it too sweet, Nick?
Ian's?
Yeah.
Oh, because he mixed up his freaking ingredients. He put the amount of sugar that he was supposed to put the amount of, what was it, flour or whatever. He reversed them. The eggs, egg yolks, egg whites and the sugar, reversed them. Yeah.
And
he said, I thought it said to put the remaining sugar. The producer was like, you put like 230
grams of extra sugar. It's like, wow.
But it gave it that height.
It really did. I got to respect that because kind of impressive when you think about that. Not enough raspberry, but the texture is on point, and the twills fully meet the brief. They were very impressed by those twills, and I kind of was too. I was like, okay, my man, he knew what it was off the rip how to make those twills. Toby's up next. The twill is baked well, but the souffle should be higher. The meringue was taken too far, and thus the texture is a bit flat. Leslie, it's like liquid. Clearly underbaked. The egg whites have been overwhipped. The twills are, I'm going to say, quote, thick as hell, and all different colors, just not good. Aaron, a bit of height, but not as much as expected. Not quite as set as desired, and a little wet in the middle, which is why it's not as high. The flavor's good, though. It's a bit lumpy. The twills are too thick. Jasmine, the twills are all different shapes, but do taste good, and the color is good. As for the souffle, it doesn't look good at all. Too soft. It's liquid, but it does taste good. And in fact, the flavor is the only thing going for it.
Damn. It's like the first time Jasmine showed weakness.
Yeah, that was we'll go. Yeah. Tom, poor height. Looks rough. Too sweet. Not properly risen. And grainy. The twills are underbaked, pale, and flat. Just, he stinks at technicals, y'all. He's so bad at them. It's just, throughout, it is. I think he's had one where he was kind of middle of the pack, but otherwise, no. Tom and Technos remained not so great. Let's rank them. Leslie, they're underbake. Tom, they're slightly underbake and not much height. Jasmine comes in fourth. Toby in third. Aaron, nicely said, well risen. Pretty good job. This is the exact opposite of what they said when they first ate it.
I don't understand. They had so much smoke for his thing, and then he comes in second. And Ian, who put way too much sugar, wins the technical. And Ian was like, how did I do that? How?
I think they forget sometimes what their instructions were and what their rules were.
Something.
Ian comes in first. The raspberry flavor was there, but it was outbalanced by the sugar. But they liked the twills. And the height was exactly what they wanted. The height was perfect. The twills were perfect. It probably tasted great, just sweet,
Right.
And so they're like, you did it. You hit the brief otherwise. And so I can't be mad at her. But like I said, when it's fascinating to me to watch what they say on that initial taste, and then when they come back and like, wait, hold on, because everybody probably gets a second little try and so forth, but it's like, bro, this really went a different direction. You just said it wasn't right in this many ways, and then you're like, nah, that's number 2. Crushed it. You didn't say that just a little bit ago.
Did not.
And if you want to see a follow-up to this, Nicole Afterhar from our season just did this and put it on her Instagram.
Oh,
and
cool.
In the end, she tasted it, and she said she does not like egg jam.
I don't think I've ever had a souffle.
I have, but it's always fallen by the time it's gotten to me. So it's just like a sunken a deflated mattress.
And you have quite a few of them say they've never made souffles before.
Yeah. It's because people always talk about how because souffles always just fall, and so it's like I don't know. I don't know. Try to get some ramekins to see if I can hook something up. I don't know.
I feel like I relate to a souffle. Like if you overwork me, if you don't put enough sugar, if you don't handle me properly, I'm gonna fall. You're gonna fall. Very temperamental.
But otherwise, you can rise. And
Right.
It's like, I love that. I love that for you and souffle at that point. So respect.
See? I'm so delicate, but like also combustible.
Oh my God. Well,
He said it's so much work for tasty air.
I'm saying I might get down for a little. Tasty is enough to get me over. So who knows?
A nice chocolate souffle, it'll do you right.
I don't know. Maybe I'll poke around, see who's making the best souffle in our little area, because that might be something. All right, Nick, do.
Showstopper Challenge is a beautifully decorated Vacherin glacé. It is named that way because of its resemblance to Alpine cheese. Traditionally, the Vacherin should consist of an exquisite meringue shell containing yummy ice cream. They have 4.5 hours.
Nick, were you showstopped this week?
No.
What was it? What was it that made you go, not for me?
It's just like the size of the thing. Like, I'm going to need a bigger situation. And they were all lovely. It was just like, how much can you do? It's like when it's cake week. Unless you're doing an entire scenery thing of cake, I'm not going to look at that and be like, that is amazing. They were all very nice, though.
Fair. A Vacherin glacé is, of course, a French dessert made with layers of meringue, ice cream or sorbet, and chantilly cream. The word Vacherin comes from the French word for cow, vaca, because you did in Spanish, and is also the name of a soft cheese with which the dessert's round shape is said to resemble. The word glacé means iced or frozen. So wonder what glacé cherries, because they always use glacé cherries over there in this season. So iced cherries, what's going on there? Are they the same as maraschino cherries? Or are they doing something different?
A lot sweeter.
Really? A lot sweeter. Really?
Yes. Like stiff, hard sugar.
Wow, that's how unexpected. Tom's up first. He's going for Family Forge Vacherin glacé. It's going to be a mushroom wrapped in a Swiss meringue with a banana sponge, a banana and cinnamon ice cream, and a banana dulce de leche, kind of layered in between. That's going to be topped then with a white chocolate and coffee Italian meringue mushroom cap. It's Tom. You know how Tom does. Jasmine is going for a scallop shell Vacherin glacé. Strawberry, pistachio, and stracciatella ice creams will fill an Art Deco inspired French meringue seashell. It's going to be held open by these pistachio praline I-beam struts. You got to see it. Basically, that was a construction project, and I dug that for her.
She went back and forth with herself on the pronunciation of scallop, and she's landed on scallop.
I'm a scallop guy.
I am too. I've never heard anybody say scallop.
I have heard people say scallop. It bothers me.
Okay. It would bother me as well.
Seafood.
Yeah. Stracciatella is a variety of gelato with fine strands of drizzled chocolate stirred through it. It was originally created in Bergamo, northern Italy, at the Ristorante La Mariana in 1961. Stracciatella was inspired by stracciatella soup, made from a broth in which beaten egg is drizzled, popular around Rome. So basically, he was like, egg? No. Chocolate? Yes. Or C. In Italian, it's C. It's still C, right? Aaron is going for Kitsune Sunday Vacherin Glacé, a lemongrass flavored meringue fox figure who you Pokemon people will recognize as Ninetales. It's going to be placed on top of a key lime and lemongrass sorbet and a ginger ice cream, both which all this, yes, won't.
Also, it was not a biblically accurate angel.
No, that nine-tailed fox is strong in Japanese folklore.
Okay.
And so oftentimes you'll see it in anime, manga, and like I said, there's a Pokemon called Ninetales that is just that. He just made Ninetales. Biblically accurate angel would have been so fun. That is hilarious. Ian is making Ben Gate Redemption Vacherin Glacé. Let me tell you a story, y'all. Series 5 Bake Off had another baker named Ian, also from Belfast, who was once upon a time attempting to make a baked Alaska. It did not go well. And he ended up angrily, sadly, if you actually go watch that, he kind of was like just in his feelings on that one, just throws it in the rubbish bin.
Straight to the bin.
Thusly not presenting anything to the judges, thusly going his butt right home that week. Series 16, Ian, also from Belfast, in a nod to his bake-off brethren, is going to make a meringue bin that's going to be filled with espresso sorbet, a dark chocolate ice cream, sesame praline, and vanilla chantilly cream. It is such a smart idea that I almost can forgive him for that terrible, terrible computer monitor that he made that week.
My God. With the real keyboard and mouse. Baby, why? Baby, why would you put all that on there? Did you watch that?
So he is making a mango tree Vacherin Glacé. It's a coconut meringue mango tree that will sit atop a mango sorbet, macerated mango, and a coconut ice cream, and a coconut caramel whipped cream. Leslie is going for a wedding cake Vacherin Glacé, which will be filled with lemon and basil ice cream, a strawberry Eton Mess vanilla ice cream, surrounded by Swiss meringue ruffles and topped with Swiss meringue swans.
Such a good idea.
An Eton Mess, ETON, is a traditional English dessert consisting of a mixture of strawberries or other berries, meringue, and whipped cream. First mentioned in print in 1893, it is commonly believed to have originated from Eton College and is served at the annual cricket match against the pupils of Harrow School. Eton Mess is occasionally served at Harrow School, where it's called Harrow Mess. Oh my gosh. That is what everybody's making, y'all. And when we come back, we'll tell you how they judged it. Man, I really had a good time with this one. I gotta tell you, not a huge fan of meringues in general, but I can always appreciate well-designed bakes, and so I'm kind of like, okay, this is gonna be a good time. This is gonna be fun, and I can kind of see what everybody's trying to pull off here. Jasmine's up first. The ice cream looks well set. The meringue looks well baked. Shame it cracked. The French meringue dried out nicely, and the white chocolate layer was smart because it keeps the ice cream from basically soaking into the meringue. The ice cream's all distinct and tastes good. It's a very good job. It's very neat. It's very Jasmine.
I just feel like somebody else would have gotten much harsher criticism. Her whole front was broken.
I feel like they are just accepting of everybody because everybody did have cracks.
Yeah.
Nobody
it was just a pretty design.
Yeah. And probably, well, let's see, what is that, 4.5 hours? Well, yeah, because what Tom said, he would have liked to have had basically a day to bake it in it was what did he call that oven? Because I went and looked it up after the fact. He said,
But it wasn't that hers fell; it cracked when she was assembling it.
yeah, and like I said,
Same with
That
Aaron's.
parchment.
yeah, I think just trying to separate it from the paper and so forth kind of got it. And AGA, and apparently these are a range of ovens, and they're very fancy and super high end. It's like, wow, these are so fancy. So that's what Tom said he would have wanted to have made this in. So man, y'all should see this website. This is wowzers. All right, here I'm gonna share my screen so y'all can see AGA's website. Though I normally wouldn't go advertising some company's business. This is
Maybe they'll sponsor us.
kind of
oven.
kind of impressive. Look at all this, like, hold on, I want to start over again. It had a whole little
Oh, whoa. Oh man.
yeah, bro.
Take all my counters out.
Oh, that's crazy. Look at that.
These are absolutely gorgeous. And I could fully understand why one would
Just make your entire Thanksgiving at one time.
I'm gonna get that at F5. I need y'all to see that beginning when it first started up. Like look what's going on here. Going over the White Cliffs of Dover, down up to downtown London or wherever this is. That's an assumption that's London. That may not be London.
It's a film.
Yeah. It's like Tower Bridge, because it's still up. Like, that is a fancy little website. I'm like,
That's crazy.
I don't know. So I guess maybe that would be the oven you want to bake some meringues in.
Who was that? Tom, who came over to help Leslie? It's a good man.
He came over, definitely gave her a hug and tried to calm her down because she knew what it was.
But he like helped her. She was doing something because she was a little slow because she had to redo her meringue. They were talking through or no, was that was in the technical. I peeped because they were talking through the recipe or whatever, and he was like, "No, you have to do blah blah blah."
No, that was in this when she
was
had,
this one.
Yeah, she had the amounts of sugar and egg whites flipped.
Because Jasmine looked over like, "Oh, you're messing up," and like Tom was actually helping her. I thought that was like very kind of him.
And then they show Aaron helping out Toby with his with the free spray, whatever too. It's why we watch Bake Off, y'all. That's when they get in there, can help give each other a hand. It's a good time to be watched. Speaking of Aaron, he's up next. The all white of his bake is quite striking. There are a few cracks in the tail. There's 9 tails, y'all. Come on.
Yeah.
Prue loves the ginger, but finds the meringue to be too toffee-ish. And I'm like, Prue, that sounds delicious. What are you talking about, girl?
Right.
But maybe she means soft. Can't call that one because it
like chewy and sticky.
Yeah, because that's what toffee is, right? Yeah.
I could see that. Like I've had some meringue that was a little rough on the fillings.
Okay. The meringue at the bottom has become solid. Prue believes it's from being compressed from the weight pressing down on it. The individual ice cream and sorbet flavors are very good, but Paul thinks they kind of clash. One of them, of course, is key lime. What's the key lime and coconut? What was that?
Lemongrass.
Yeah. Okay. So key lime and lemongrass. The other was ginger, which they call stem ginger. I'm like, is there another type of ginger that I'm just not knowing that you have to keep calling this stem ginger? Don't know. But hey, but they both sound fantastic to me, and I like a lime, little ginger situation. So I don't know why. Maybe because one's sorbet and one's ice cream.
Yeah.
So the intensity on one might not.
Yeah. Somebody else had a sorbet and an ice cream, wasn't it?
A couple people did.
Yeah.
So yeah. But hey, overall, great job. Brave and elegant for going for the all white bake. So respect due. Tom's up next. It looks amazing. Beautiful banana flavor. All the layers are good and work well together. They love the top because it just comes off right off, set it down. Tastes amazing, especially with that coffee. Really surprising Prue. She's just like, that's just torch meringue, but it tastes delicious.
He won them over. He saved himself. Yeah.
Toby looks neat and lovely. I like the colors. The sorbet is delicious, light and summery, like a pina colada. Only Paul's not, quote, nipple deep in a pool, which is set off the entire tent, set me off. It was wild to say that. That is a wild thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, Paul. It was a wild thing for a lot of things got said on this episode that had me like Prue saying disgusting was crazy. This was crazy. There's more. Don't worry. I got a little something else for you. It was a wild week for what people were saying in the tent this week. But everything works well. The meringue is well baked. Everything works well together. It's very nice. It's really delicious. You already know what it is with my man Toby this week. Ian looks wonderful. And just like a real grubby bin. Very strong flavored chocolate ice cream, and that you kind of need the meringue to go with it because it's not very sweet. Paul absolutely loves the design, but neither the sorbet or the ice cream do it for him. Too strong and questionable flavor combinations. They were, of course, series 5 Ian's flavors. So Paul then turns the camera and lets season 5 Ian know it wouldn't have been good then either, brother.
My God.
Turns toward the camera, Ian, it's not good. I was like, dang, Paul, you wild for that, man. So that was fun. That was really God, everything about that was good. And, and like they're like, I'm glad you put Ben Gate to bed. I'm like, respect, dude.
Yeah. It's like Oscar the Grouch's garbage can. It was all beat up and kind of
right. Yeah. Let's bring up the rear. Quite informal.
Woo. That's not a nice way to say something about something. Informal.
If you recall, I said there were supposed to be swans on it. That didn't happen.
They did not happen because she had to redo her meringue.
But oddly enough, Prue's like, I think it looks fresh.
I liked it.
The basil works nice in the ice cream. The strawberry comes through. They are absolutely crushing this, y'all. They are eating this like I've never seen them eat something before.
Mm-hmm. They were tearing it up.
Because it tastes so good. The meringue is soft, though, and underbaked. But it tastes so good, you kind of don't mind. But it is meringue week.
It is meringue week.
Oh. Otherwise, great flavors. Them going to the interview with Leslie after, which is like, well, they said it's underbaked. And Leslie goes, no shit, Sherlock. And I'm like, Leslie.
I love her.
You're crazy for that one. And I don't know. It just made me laugh. Leslie's been our dark horse this whole series.
Man.
And to see her reach what is essentially the extent of her skill kind of stunk. And
she just had a really awful week all around, and she knew it. And you hate to see it, but she fought the good fight. She had some really great bakes, and I'm sad to see her go.
Truly a bit of bad luck. Brad, would you recommend this woman make her daughter's wedding cake? Because she says she wants to.
I think she should.
Fair.
Because first of all, she's not going to have the time constraints.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I guess, and I'm betting she's not doing meringues on it either.
Yeah. She'll probably never make another meringue again in her life.
Maybe little tiny ones just to surround the base or something nice like that. Your star baker this week is, in fact, Toby. Well
deserved. Deserved.
Yes, yeah. He just really kind of crushed this week, y'all, and therefore he becomes like, okay, Toby, I see you, and I like to see what you can pull off next. Sent home, like I just said, unfortunately, was Leslie. She will certainly be missed in the tent. I have enjoyed her this whole round.
Yeah.
She finally kind of got her voice these last few weeks, and that was nice to see. And unfortunately, just a bit of bad luck. It happens to the best of us, y'all. So she gets to go home this week. That was this week's Bake Off. Let's run through everything we need to run through to wrap everything up, y'all. Now, you know the deal. Normally, you can catch us live in the chat every Tuesday around 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube or Twitch. Make sure you comment, subscribing on YouTube, okay? Get in there and say something. Give us a thumbs up. All the things you're supposed to do to make people see this, okay? I went in today and changed the art and title on last week's to see if it tweaks anything. We'll see. I kind of go mess with stuff all the time on YouTube. We are getting subscribers. That actually has been happening.
Nice.
So subscribers are coming in bit by bit, not a ton, but more than we had. So I got to give it up. Again, subscribe on either one of them. If you follow us on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, watch on whichever one floats your boat. I'm a YouTube guy myself. and make sure you share us. But anybody you think gets down with what we're doing over here, we're over on. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, please consider giving us 5 stars. It helps the cause. Give us 5 stars, not just 5 stars, but on Apple, you got to write a little review. If you could be so kind as to write us a little review, like I said, nothing too long. You can just say, I like it. And that helps other people see us and maybe spread the word of what we're doing over here. If you are so inclined, feel free to message us at podcast@stagecrunchyMilk.com or call, text, leave us a voicemail, 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311. We'd certainly love to hear from you, and hear from you we have. You know who it is. It's the homie Frank, who will be kicking it with on the finale.
Yay.
These are his thoughts on season 16, episode 7. Well, Meringue Week has come and gone. It was great and heartbreaking episode. It was a great and heartbreaking episode.
Yeah.
They'll need to do this one again. I'm impressed they came with such a good variety of challenges. I winced when they said the technical was a souffle. I don't do too much baking, but I've attempted a souffle. It's nerve-wracking. Praying it will rise correctly. So I would cut some slack for everyone's output on that one. Hooray for Toby. He pulled it together and got a handshake. What makes it sweeter is that the bookies had him as the odds-on baker to head home this week.
Oh, wow.
The fact that they are gambling on bake off.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
There's a gambling crisis.
Yeah, at that point, there's a problem. By the way, there seems to be a question of whether or not Jasmine's handshake was real. We discussed that since Paul used his left hand. I don't know. What do y'all think? Hey, man, it's a handshake and I'm counting it.
Yeah,
Paul did say at the end it's a second hand handshake.
Yeah. So, hey, I'm giving my handshake and keep moving. That was perfect, and you know it.
I'd take it.
Yeah, for sure. Aaron was much sassier this episode and leaning more into his gay self. Ergo, he got better results. That's a way to look at it. I can hear that. I was very sad to see Leslie eliminated. Same, more so than any other person this season. No, but that's just because I am who I am. It's one thing when it's due to a contestant's ability falling short. It's easier to deal with if they were too ambitious or designing a recipe that was flawed. But for it to come down to mixing up the amounts of the 2 main ingredients of meringue is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
What makes it even more frustrating is how delicious the judges thought it was. You rarely see Paul respond so passionately. Yeah, he was wrecking that bad boy. It must, like I said, it must be. I mean, it's fruit, it's cream. Can't go wrong, man. That man was licking his fingers. If she made it right the first time, she would not have been eliminated, and she might even got a handshake. Conversely, if Ian hadn't gotten eliminated, it would still be heartbreaking. If he had been ousted, that means he would have failed to put Ben Gate to rest. he would have been the second Liam from Glasgow, Belfast, not Glasgow, to be eliminated for a meringue ice cream based showstopper. It would have gone from Ben Gate to, in Noel's dramatic voice, the Ben curse, a defiant curse mocking contestants for years to come. Okay, there's a ton of things that happen in the extra slice that is worth mentioning. First, there was quite a batch of studio bakers that Tom Allen talked to. A lesbian couple who met when they were working at a pharmacy school. One of them made a giant Noel biscuit that was inspired by Aaron's biscuit showstopper. It contained a hidden chamber where the heart would be and full of Noel's favorite things. The other woman made a 2-tiered black velvet Prince of Darkness cake in tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. It included bats with their heads bitten off.
Oh.
2 female friends who were pharmacists made an illusion cake to look like a prescription gel capsule. They coated with the same gelatin used to make actual capsules. Man, I have got to watch this episode of Extra Slice because that is crazy. Another special baker that appeared was one of the judges on the Great Canadian Bake Off.
Oh.
Cool. Leighton appeared with her husband. He came because Leslie is his Bake Off BFF. He made triple chocolate muffins since Leslie is crazy about them. Good to know Leslie and Leighton made a friendship.
Yeah.
5. This couple named Julie and Andrew. Yes, that's their name, Julie Andrews. That's cute. Crazy. Made a cake for Tom Allen called Tom Alien. It was a figure of Tom coming out of a pod of the xenomorph of the Alien film franchise. They were fans of the film and said they went to see Sigourney Weaver this year starring in The Tempest. They hated the play, and Sigourney did not stick around to give autographs. Hence, no qualms about ragging on her.
Yeah, Lord. It's long and it kind of wanders in the end. Like it's a lot. I feel that.
When Leslie came on, she said she has no plans to switch careers since her clients won't have it. She's in the middle of writing a cookbook, though, using her grandmother's handwritten recipes. They showed unseen footage from Bread Week where Paul had Natalia be a guest judge assessing Leslie's Corvai Showstopper. She gave Leslie a handshake. Oh my gosh. I love that. Next week is dessert week and the quarterfinals.
Yes.
So it is a good time to be had there. Brad, thank you so very much for joining us this week.
Brad.
Thank you for having me.
It is always a pleasure. If you don't know, everything we have done over the last few seasons stems from this man writing an email to say, hey, I'd like to talk to you guys. And since then, I've had connections building at Roku and so forth, and it goes well. And then you get every other baker that's been on the show is because of him.
Yep.
So if you like what we do, it's because of that guy right there.
Remember, go back, rewatch Roku, Great American Baking Show, seasons 1, 2, and 3.
And you can watch Brad being robbed when they sent him home too early.
Fully agree.
My wife agrees with you.
And you should watch it because it's great. It's a really well done show. I cannot express that to you guys enough. It's just they do a great job over there. Word up, Nick Jew. I guess hold on, Brad. Where can people keep up with you if they're so inclined?
Me and
if you wanna find me on Instagram, Brad Gessner. If you go on Facebook, Baker Brad. My daughter decided to name me that. I don't know where it came from though.
I love it.
And when the Youngstown Flea is popping,
November 1st. November 1st outside.
There's things to be had there, so go enjoy. Nick Jew, where'd you get that Sophia from?
I can't find Rose, but here's Blanche.
Nice.
I only ever had the 3 of them.
Okay. You ain't get a Dorothy? You ain't get a Dorothy's boy?
I did not get a Dorothy. Actually, no, I only have these 2 because I have a group of friends and I play both of these roles, I think. Okay. But I'm actually Dorothy in that group.
I need to know how I remember.
No, Dorothy's I'm Sophia in that group.
I need to know how I remember Dorothy's last name. That show ain't been on. Zbornak. That has not been on in a very long time.
How do you forget Zbornak? Yeah, I don't know what happened to Dorothy, but I think I just got these 2 because that's who I am in this group. But they're little paper clips.
Very
Aren't
cool.
they fun?
Nice. You can use them like little book marks and so forth. Yeah.
I just have them up here in this little slot on my computer stand because they bring me joy.
I love that for you. That's Nick Jew. She is Nick the Jew on IG and Nick Jew on Blue Sky. Yeah. If you're so inclined.
Yeah.
I think she's private, so you can't just go following her randomly, folks.
I'm not private. You can't go private on Blue Sky yet.
Okay.
And I'm not private on Instagram today.
We'll see what happens next time. I am the internet's Taro 713. We will, just bake with us again next time. And until then, peace.
What happened to your ass? It used to be beautiful.
Stays crunchy and milk.